What's up guys, this is What If Does Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena Valor content, and today I want to talk about Mina. Mina is a support who doesn't see that much playtime, at least in the elo where I'm playing in. Most of the times I see heroes such as Zip, you see Thane, you see Guilders, you see Baldums and all that likes. But Mina doesn't see the battlefield quite often, so I wanted to show you the latest skin that she got from the bonus monthly reward system, and a game that went super well, it went super smooth, and therefore I just wanted to show you how capable she is of carrying an AD carry throughout the game, while I have to admit that my Hayate was really good. So enjoy the game, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit the subscribe button, put on the notification, and if you like the video, a like would be highly appreciated. So as you can see, we are playing Mina as a full tank, and I think that is the role that is suited best for her, because she needs to be in the very front. She's a melee character, despite Gilder and Zip, who have got the capabilities of just firing stuff into the enemy. She has to play pretty much up front with all of her abilities, trying to reel enemies in, slashing her scythe around and stuff like that. So therefore we're going with the Gilded Greaves for the control effect reduction. I'm playing here with the Essence of the Wind, as the shield is not only good for our AD carries or other players, but you can use it to protect yourself quite wisely. You can see that I have picked up the Knight's Plate at first, which turns either into the shield of the Lost, or you can use it to build other stuff as well. I've taken Gaia's Standard for the magic resistance. I'm using the Mail of Pain because it's pretty awesome to deflect damage that you get straight into your face. And the Shield of the Lost is a pretty insane item because it reduces some of the stuff that enemies throw into you. For example, you can just decrease the attack speed by 20%, which is kind of nice. Arcana-wise, we are continuing the road that we have chosen. Therefore, I'm going with slightly some max HP increasement, meaning I'm gonna take Indomitable, because you've got a triple effect with more armor, more max HP, and you do get some attack speed. The attack speed is not the stuff that you want, but the armor and the max HP is really nice. We've got Benevolence here. It's my staple purple Arcana. We're getting some HP as well as some movement speed, and we do get some nice health regeneration. And I'm going with the Skewer because I want to do some damage. If you want to go full super support, you can change this into something else, but I like to have at least one trait of Arcana where I support my team in dealing damage. Enchantment wise, we're going with a full Afata build. That means we are having the River Treader for the regeneration aspects. I'm using the Regrowth for the improving healed and shield effects. And I'm using the Nature's Rage to get some damage on the enemies as well. If you want to have more defense, you should go with the Explosive Shield. But that's completely up to your choice. In this game, I felt that Nature's Rage was doing quite well. I got some kills out of that game. And in the sub-tree, I'm going with a full sustain / utility build. I'm having the Devourer here for the restore HP and restore mana thing. And I'm having the Sacred Bead for the cooldown reduction on my ultimate, because the ultimate taunt is really nice. That's the build, and let's have a look on what I was able to do with it. So guys, we had quite a strong matchup. We've got Pain, we've got Hayate, we've got Ignis. I'm not really that fond of Ignis, but in this game Ignis was really doing well. And even the enemy team acknowledged our team composition and our team play at one point, where they said they're really good. And I think we showed how well a team can perform if everything just falls into place, everything is combined really well. So we're trying to invade here. I wasn't too sure about that technique or that tactics. And you can see that I kind of misclicked my first ability. I should have gone with my second ability. It's the ability where you kind of throw out your weapon and you are reeling enemies in, pulling them towards you. That's something that you can use quite tactical. And we need to be quite careful here because we have 3 enemies in the enemy jungle and only Hayate and I won't be able to get anything on them. So was a little bit dangerous here, but we made good use. And you can see the cacophony is already really low, resulting in a really freaking first blood for our team. Like the Hayate damage was insane at that point. And we have just got a really nice double kill in under 2 minutes. That said, Ignis, pretty cool that he was so aware of the map that he was roaming down. Like, props to you, Ignis, for having the map in your vision. Like, that's always really helpful if someone pays attention to what's happening within the game. Usually in the lower elos, you don't have that. You don't have that much, so you have to deal mostly with your lane by yourself. But this was a really nice roaming, and that just means that now we can just push a little bit more confident. And as you can see, she is already down to half of her health. Like, Cacophony doesn't really stand a chance against the 2 of us. So we're dealing damage to the tower. We're using the minion wave to the fullest extent, waiting for the very last health bar to fade. And now we're going in. I had to put on some stacks on Cacophony and using his abilities to not only get damage on her, but to also put a dent into her face. And with my taunt, we're able to get the second double kill in under 3 minutes. Like, that's, I think that's a world record. And as I said, like, that Hayate was really, really good. He knew exactly what to do. He completely knew what his stacks were capable of. And if you watch my Hayate video that I put on the channel, the latest, you see the difference between an experienced Hayate player and I. Like, there were some comments that I should make use of my passive and I should use the stacking, and I think that Hayate just showed you, or just shows how it is executed. Really, really nice. I was super happy of having him on my lane, and we're doing really good against this enemy team. But that said, Pain is probably one of the strongest junglers at the moment because most of the people don't really know on how to react against him. Like, if you check the tier lists from Doiser or Darkbreaker has just released one in a short period of time. I don't know if I think when in Doiser's tier list, Hayate wasn't Pain wasn't ranked that high, like not top tier. I'm not sure about Darkbreaker's tier list, but all I can say about this is that he is insane in lower elos, as you will see within this game. He's just wrecking faces. Like, he completely destroys the enemy team. And then if you have a nice backup with a nice support, that's me. And if you've got Hayate in there as well as some Ignis with a lot of poke damage, things are looking pretty intense if you are on the enemy side of this battlefield. That said, we have already managed to kill 8 different people within the first 5 minutes. One tower is pushed half, the other towers are about to fall afterwards. There's the double kill. L'Oreal is just poking down. Sorry, Roxy is basically eating every single spell that Ignis is throwing towards her, and now he's just following up to get the kill, but I think he overextended a little bit too much. I'm trying to get the shield on him, and I saved him, but unfortunately he doesn't take this as a chance to get out, but he goes in because I don't know, he wanted to make some cool move, and it did not work out the way he wanted it to, or maybe he wanted to die just to revive. I don't know what that plan was, but I sacrificed myself for nothing, and that felt like a little bit like a bummer. But as the game is 13-4, there's not that much to complain about. Like, things like that do happen. Maybe he just overestimated the damage of his spells, and I was quite impressed. Like, usually I'm not really a fan of Ignis. I played him a couple of times on solo queue when I went into the middle lane, and I just had the feeling that there are stronger heroes than Ignis. But maybe I need to try him out with all these updates and all the tweaks and changes in every single hero, and maybe I will be surprised as well. Maybe I'm just playing the wrong build. Don't know. It's always time for a second chance. I'm having a hard time here trying to get the vision bird. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, my team is fighting up there, but I wanted to get the vision. I wanted to clear the minions so that they can just roam freely into the top tier, the bottom tier tower, like the second tier tower. And as I saw, my team was doing fairly well. Like, Pain is just in their face again. Ignis is struggling a little bit here because she was just using one of her Arcana here. Pain is just so freaking mobile. Like, it's insane. Like, it's not even funny anymore. He's basically just all over the place, and I think that's the main issue. As I said before, I think most of the players don't know how to counter Pain, and especially the squishier ones do have a hard time playing against him, because he's just making fun of the front line. He's just passing through with his spell, and then he's going into the squishies, and then he's just basically wiping the floor with them. So yeah, that's about that. Caffney did not understand how I was working. Like, she did not understand how my pulling effect works. It just happened again. I don't know what she was onto. Roxy tries to engage me here with her ultimate, but as I said, like, you can use the shield for both protecting your allies as well as trying to protect yourself, and it worked out super well here. Like, I think that was pretty much a kill steal, but as Pain has a lot of kills already, I'm fine with getting some extra gold. So yeah, 8 minutes played and everything looks pretty fine. We did not see that much of the top lane. Like, Kilworth was basically playing a solo game on his own. It looked a little bit like getting the shield here on Ignis. It looked a little bit like League of Legends, where the top player is basically playing a game completely on his own. Hayate gets another double kill here, but then he got killed, and I'm up against Liliana and Caffney, which means I have to go out. I need to save my ass here, and then Pain comes in. As I said, like, that's a force you have to get into all your preparations, because he just double kills them with ease. Like, it looks so easy on getting in here, getting the kills, and I have to be cautious about the Violet here, because Violet is just poking me to death. So I need to get out. I need to make some other plays, and I just saw that there's minions up on the solo lane, so I'm going on because Kilworth is still on about cleaning the jungle, and I wanted to protect our tower here, but I saw that Hayate was up and on it, so I wanted to give him the goal for the minions, and then we have a really shy Chi here in the jungle, and now everything is grouping together, and that is basically, that's the team fight that's going to decide what's gonna be up next with all this game. As you can see, we do get some damage here, but then we are on towards pushing. One enemy is killed, Kilworth is killed here, but then we did not lose our tank. That's me. I don't know what Ignis does here. It's like the second time in the game where he kind of does things, and things are always a bad thing to do. You should have a strategy, because otherwise it's just gonna be fatal, and in this time it is lethal. So I'm calling the retreat here. We do have an Abyssal Dragon down there that we can farm, but I decide it's better to go back and get some health to be back in the front lines and to be mostly helpful for my game. Look at that health bar, like it's beautiful. Like that's a beautiful health bar. We've got everything pushed here. We are closing in on the nexus. Like the only 2 towers that we need are the bottom and the mid lane towers, and even the middle lane is pushed quite nicely. We are getting the 3rd Abyssal Dragon in a row. That's devastating, but as you can see from the results so far, we are basically telling them what game we want to play. 26 kills in. I've got the Shield of the Lost right now, and I am on my 5th item right now. So I'm doing fairly well. She does her stuff again, but then Pain tries to escape here. Did not work out the way he wanted it to, but we do get the first tower on the way to the Nexus. Ignis does his Ignis stuff again. I just don't know what's wrong with this hero. He just wants so much in so little time, and it just does not work out the way it should be. So I think most of the kills are on his portfolio, but then doesn't matter. And we do get on the Liliana. Double kill here. Again, a kill steal, but sometimes it's better to secure something than risking something. But on the other hand, Hayate had a really nice chunk of health still on his lap, so he was doing fairly well. And now it's time to hunt down some Roxys and Caphanies. I don't know why they started the approach of getting in again, because now the whole enemy team is wiped. That's like the best chance to go in for the Darkslayer. Hayate has to port back here, but Kilgrove gets my signal, like he just received the call and he is acting according to it. And now what's gonna happen is that there will be approach where the enemy is trying to steal it, or at least approaching it. So you can see that there was the icon. I taunted her, and then look at that damage. Like, what insane damage was that? Like, that was so crazy. She just popped. Like, from 1 second she was alive, and the other second she was dead. And she's like, they're good. They're good. Like, we know what we're doing. Like, it was too much CC, and that's all about that. Like, that's all you need to say. Of course, Caphanie is just shredding down my health with her ultimate, but then the cool thing is, ultimate is not ready all the time. I'm pulling back Roxy, and then we have a dead Roxy. Unfortunately, Pain is killed within that approach, but we do have some damage from the dragon. I can't, as a fight is going on and on, there's not really that much of a chance of getting a new item, and I'm super lucky on getting out while Kilgrove finishes the game. They were focusing on defending the base so much that they completely forgot that mid lane was pushed completely, and therefore Kilgrove, with his split pushing ability, like he has a really crazy attack speed, was able to finish the game. Game was super nice. There was just the only option to give a thumbs up to the whole team. 3-1-14, perfect game for me. Here comes the details. 28.3% damage taken. Participation is nice as well. And I hope you enjoyed the game. That's it. Void of Dusk over and out.